Falcon Field is such a great part of Mesa's history. Literally, the economic impact of Falcon Field to the city of Mesa is measured in the billions of dollars.
You know, my hope is that today's youth recognize the value and the historical part of this airport. The Falcon Field Airport has been here since 1941 to train the Royal Air Force pilots. This really commemorates the importance of the war effort during World War II. I'm particularly pleased that we have a woman, because it's essential that everyone recognize that women played an important role in the war effort. Having murals like this really commemorates the airport, and it will continue to be an important economic engine for the city of Mesa. But we first have to honor why it's here, and we have to honor its efforts for the World War II.
We've been looking for ways to commemorate what happened here during World War II with all of the training of the RAF and the U.S. Army Air Corps pilots, to really help people remember that that's how this airport got started, and that so many people who trained here sacrificed so much, and in many cases their lives, in order to ensure our freedom. We currently have 16 RAFs, and you can see, in addition to these RAFs here by the tower, there are some down by the Falcon Field Park that people can see, the general public can see. And then there is one over on the north side of the airport. And then there are several of them located down in the city-owned hangar area.
No, I don't use the word unique very often. This airport is unique for having this. I don't think there's another airport in the country that I've ever heard of that's done anything like this. It's a physical link between the history of the airport when it was training British Royal Air Force cadets for World War II in the 1940s. It's really the link that makes this connection between modern days and the historical presence of the airport. So when other pilots I bring out here and come and see how clean the airport is, how well maintained it is, and then they see this artwork, they're just really blown away. They just go, God, I wish we could do something like that.
I hope if young people come, they ask why they're here and what it all signifies. Well, he joined the RAF when he was 18 and he became an armorer. And then in 1942, he got a pilot slot, and that's how he came to Falcon Field. And he absolutely loved it here. He loved the valley, he loved the weather. When the war was over, he actually came back with the British quota as soon as he could. And he became a citizen in the early 60s. And he was always involved with keeping the history alive here. Falcon he was so proud.
My dad happened to be sent to Falcon Field, and he loved Falcon Field. After the war, my parents had 2 children in England, and one of those children required a hot, dry climate. And my dad, having been stationed here at Falcon Field during World War II, it was a no-brainer to come back to Mesa. Freedom isn't free. So many airmen that were killed here in training, both from the Army Air Forces and the Royal Air Force. And the civilian pilots that trained them that died here. There was such a huge impact. Almost half of the people that trained here died. People think about the infantry, they see movies about the infantry, but the Royal Air Force and United States Army Air Forces took such a huge brunt of the casualties during the war. And we need to remember that forever.